What up, people? Revan the Legend here. Welcome back to 80's Mania Wrestling Returns. We are here for the 1984 draft. Now, we got some decent cards. I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with the roster we had last year, so I don't think there's going to be major changes. But we're basically just going to run through every wrestler who's active and then either bring them in, take them out. Let's see what we've got here. So, Ace of Spades will stay. Had a decent end of the year. Still is on a winning record. So, Ace stays. Almighty Dollar, the first female to win one of the end of year awards, 100% stays with the belt. Arizona, we are going to use Arizona solely next year. Where Chance is out, Arizona's back in. He had a run with Chance, didn't do very well, so that's that. Anti-Voodoo we're not going to use. Push is average. The skill very poor. I mean, Pop is alright. Ghoulie, but no, we're not going to use her. Fug absolutely stays. Blitz, he's coming back into the roster. Blitz is back. He's been out for a little while. He's taken, I think, 2 years out. As you can see, 141 weeks ago since his last appearance, which was end of 81. But Blitz is coming back because our mid-card section is not very big. Even though we have a lot of upper mids who we would use in that kind of picture, we don't have many mid-cards. So when we get mid-card only matches, we are struggling to fill them out. Boombox and his partner Zap are actually going to leave the Federation for the first time. They do okay, but they're never pushing for titles. They don't really do anything on a solo aspect, so they're actually going to take a year out. On the flip side, Britt Buckingham is coming back in, and we're going to run him with Hammerhead with their foils and let them have a little tag team run, see how they get on. Bugbuster, no, and wow. We have unlocked, literally today in the card shop, I got the opportunity to get Buzzsaw, and we are going to bring him in. 15 push. His skill's not great, so he's going to have a few stinkers. But we're going to bring him in. I'm going to keep his ult as well, just in case we decide to run more tag team stuff. But I think the plan is I'm going to use Buzzsaw solely as a singles, and then use Laser as a singles in his regular card too. So Buzzsaw, legendary card, has joined the squad. Metalheads are sitting out still. Shaka Crass. Chameleon Kid is coming in, and the main reason for that is because he is a cruiserweight and because he is mid-card, which is two divisions that we need to stack up on, so they are in. The problem I have is that I don't have a lot of heals in the cruiserweight division, which is a problem. Buffalo is still out. Mullet is still out. Cobalt stays. Countess will stay. Crash, no thank you. Cutthroat, no. Damon Van Winkle will stay. Danger Zone is in. Dark Invader stays. We are only going to be rocking, I think, with Starboy. Even though, as I'm saying that, I do realise that Death Starboy would give us an extra heal in our Cruiserweight division, where we are struggling a little bit. But I kind of want to use him as a babyface going forward, and then tag him up with Moonman. We're going to stick babyface. We're going to stick babyface for Starboy, at least at the very start. Devin stays. Dickie Thunderbird stays. Dizzy, no. Denny, yes. Duke, yes. The Doc stays. He's been having a few TV title runs as of late, so he can stick around. Drool, we're going to bring Drool in because he can form a trio with the mutants. I don't know how much I'm going to use him, honestly. As you can see, he only had 2 matches for me before. Used him in a bunch of skits. I'm not a big fan. I must admit, but that's him. Presidente stays. Elfet didn't really do much last year. Wow. So literally, I had her in the Battle Royal, and that's all I did. And she was like the queen of the division the year before. So she did the Battle Royal, a couple in May. I kind of dropped the ball there. She needs to do more. We'll have her. We'll definitely have her more active in the year. Pierre, reigning world champion. He's pretty much unbeatable. And now we've got Buzzsaw. That's going to make things very interesting. And it's also 2 baby faces, so we're gonna have. It looks like we're gonna have a year of the baby face. Rick is still in. Fireball is gonna stick around. Flawless One has not had a very good record, but puts on great matches, so he's sticking around. Hammerhead we are gonna use as a heel. We won't be using Freedom Fighter. We will only be using Hammerhead. Like I said, we got the tag team. We can bring him in as a heel against some of these babyface legendaries. Geppetto's going to sit out still. Glam is getting cut. Unfortunately, she just... Look at the record. I can't really merit keeping her in. So she is out now. Goblin Knight, no. Gothica on the foil will stay. I've given her a token bonus, which makes her a little bit more competitive. But even with that, as you can see, didn't do very well. So it is what it is. Gran Magna. Gran Magna is in. First time, first year active. He's going to come in for a 5-year run. I think he could be a monster in the Cruiserweight division. And with those stats, he possibly could push for the big titles. He really could. Ginzu. Let's put him in. Let's put him in. I've not used him for a very long time. The foil I've only recently unlocked. We did have his regular card. Only 2 matches. Hasn't competed in a long, long time. Ginzu is in. Ginzu is in. Let's do it. Ginzu is in. I feel like he's a good mesh for Magna. Harry is out because obviously we're not using Chance Solar. Wouldn't really use Harry as a singles, so that's why he is out. Hakatonga's in. No for the Beast. No for the Nerd. Iron Mask can come back. Jesse, yes. Jet Set, we had to drop him down to the TV title. Even though he has a 15 push, he just can't win. Look, I mean, his win record is nearly 50-50, but every world title he went in for, very, very much tended to struggle. Jobber Joe, we're not going to be using. Cobra is in. Oh, Antajuna. He is a mid-carder. We literally, I think I got his foil yesterday. I'm going to put him in. I really don't know how or if I'm going to use him, but we'll put him in. Keith Blood is in mostly because he's a cruiserweight, and we need bolstering in that division. Kit can stick around. 2-2. It might be fair to say she didn't really get a fair go of it, so we're going to leave her in and then try to give her more opportunity. Laser will stick around. 14 push, and then obviously we've still got the ult in case we decide to go back that method. But I think we're going to run it this way. I think we're going to run it as a singles. Little Thug is still in. Lindy, again, probably wasn't used as well as she should have been. She will stay. Arab sticks around. Magnus, who had an incredible end of the last year. He was very close to winning Babyface of the Year. That's how good he had it. If he had picked up the world title, then he would have. He couldn't quite win it. Mandonna, I have absolutely no desire to use. Bug can stay. Max can stay. Mercenary is in. We're not going to use any of those two. Mike will stay. Moonman. We're going to use Moon because obviously we're going to tag him up with Starboy. We need some more babyface tag teams, and we've got Zap coming out, so we're gonna put them in. Mother Russia is back after a bit of a delay. We've got her foil as well. So she hasn't competed in a long time, but we've got the foil. We're going to bring her in. We're going to be using Hammerhead, so I think it makes a lot of sense to have her in the division. Tycoon stays. Mutant. They had a great run. They couldn't quite get the titles, but they've had a very... I mean, they got some good stats. Look at this. I mean, you could push either one of them as a singles, and that's some good statistics there. Jesus. Minx is in. Did we give her a boost? No, she's on 12 push. I don't understand how she loses so often when she has 12 push. I don't get it whatsoever. Hooligan is on his last year as a heel. We do have his babyface ready to go as of next year. 18 wins, 12 losses. Literally just lost the world title. So this is going to be his last year. We're going to see what we can do with him. Wow, 16 wins, no losses. He is undefeated. Undefeated. Now, I know we only use him as a tag, but that kind of says you might have to put him in something. We might have to put him into the January Battle Royal just based off of that alone. Chopper, no. Cabbage, yes. Presley's coming back because he's a heel and he is a cruiserweight, so he has to come back. Pop King, I don't really want him in there. Starbright and Queen can stay. Rad Racer, no. We're going to keep Rogers in because we can use him in the Cruiserweight division and we can use him as a tag with Arizona. I don't really foresee Arizona in the world title picture. Yeah, I mean, maybe he's always there or thereabouts. But I'd like to have an option to use him as like a more consistent tag team. Reptile Ranger is out. 9 push. I mean, even though his stats are okay, when we've used him, he's not done very well. And Ricardo Morse, we're going to use... I think he tags with Tajuna, which is why I'm going to bring them in. I don't like using Electro. Ruffian, he's a mid-carder. If I had his foil, I would use him. But I don't think there's any point in me bringing him in, because on 7 push, he's not going to beat anyone anyway. Item Warriors stay. Skullgore, no thanks. Slugger has received a token push. Let's go. We're gonna be pushing Slugger a little bit harder, and especially considering the cruiserweight division is struggling with heals, I think having him as a stronger heel within the division is going to help completely overall. So he is in. He can tag with Blitz, but I think unless Blitz gets his foil, we're not going to use them as a tag team. I don't think there's much point. Slashmaster stays, Stole Daddy stays, Spaz, Spunky, and Strong Arm. Strong Arm, 16-1. Stud Muffin, I don't like him. I don't like the guy, alright? Leave me be. I was never a Brutus fan, not a Stud Muffin fan. Tennis Pro, no. Terry stays. Annihilator, I feel like since the update, I feel like I would be more likely to use him than before. Before he was too much, but now I feel he's a bit more wrestler-wise. If he was a mid-carder, I would have used him. Upper mid, I don't really need him there. Piranha, mid-card, cruiserweight, has to stay. And a decent record. Oh, he picks up a lot of... He had a year where he like just didn't... He didn't lose. 1 and 2 there. We haven't used him as Shark yet. Okay, he must have picked up a lot of losses in 1 year, because he had 1 year where he was very, very good. Thumper, no. The stats just don't work. Trog. So we now have foil Trog. Again, I think I scooped him up yesterday. Day before. We can use him in a tag team with Piranha. He is in. Absolutely he is in. Island Warriors stay. We're going to bring back Vladimir. He's been out for a while. We're going to bring him back. Mid-carder, which is what we needed. 13 skilled, 9 push. Not bad. Not bad. Warhawk. Absolutely can stay. Yuppie stays. Zap is gone. Like I said, they've had a few opportunities. They've not really done anything with them. Zen absolutely must stay. Still has his token push up to 13. And that's it. That, my people, that is the roster. And if you look in the card shop, you will see that we literally just picked up Buzzsaw today. And there he is. Purchased. Buzzsaw. Cruel, I really like the concept of Cruel. But he's not active until, what, 92? We're on 84. I think there's more people. So I will get him eventually. I just don't need to purchase him now, I don't think. And then all the other items are what they are. But Buzzsaw, he's the one who might make a big splash next year. But like I said, at the top of the card, we've got Pierre, who seems to be beating everyone. What is Buzzsaw? He is a babyface? He is. He's not a tweener. So there we go. That's that. So that is the roster that we are going to be using heading in to 1984. It's going to be very, very interesting. With Buzzsaw in, a few faces coming back, a couple cuts, but nothing major. I think it's going to be a very interesting year. Thank you very much for watching. Revan the Legend. See you next time, and peace.